How do you deal with pressure or stressful situations? That is a really good interview question, in my opinion. And if you are applying and interviewing for a role that is high stress, multiple competing deadlines, or has a fair amount of pressure, you need to be prepared to answer this interview question. But how do you do it in a way that shows that you have a plan, helps you come off as authentic, and positions you as a great fit for the role? Well, today I'm gonna show you how to do just that in 4 easy steps. Let's go. I'm Ben White with Ben Talks Talent. I've got 11 years experience in talent acquisition, recruiting, hiring, interviewing, and team building, and I am passionate about using my experience to help you become the best candidate possible and land your next job. Now, today I'm gonna talk about a really interesting interview question, but before I do that, do me a favor, take 4 seconds and hit that subscribe button to the YouTube channel and click the notification bell. That way you never miss one of my videos. I put about 3 to 4 of these out every single week, and if you hit that notification bell, you will never miss one of them. While you're here, also like the video too. So the question, how do you deal with pressure or stressful situations? It is a really interesting interview question, and if you're applying for a role that has pressure, has stress, you can expect to encounter this and you should be prepared to answer it. And it can be difficult, but if you have a plan, it's really not. I like to start these videos examining the why. Why would somebody ask this? I think starting with that foundation will kind of help you understand the way forward. So when things are easy, everybody's pretty good at their job, right? But when the going gets tough and push comes to shove and whatever, other, metaphor or saying you want to throw in there, you really start to see what people are made of. So asking this question kind of gives you a window into that. It allows the person who is interviewing you kind of understand how you're going to be when things become challenging. So there is a lot of value there. The other thing that I want to mention is if they are asking this question, it probably means there is pressure with this job. So demonstrating that you are comfortable with that and that you can handle it well is really important. Let's get into the first step. The first thing that I would recommend doing is something I would recommend not doing, and that's don't shrug it off. I think the easiest thing in the world here is to go, sometimes things they just get hard and I put my head down and I keep on going. Or, Ben, I'm not the type of person to get stressed. And first and foremost, we all have pressure, we all have stress. That's not really true. And it doesn't really provide them any value. And saying, I just put my head down and move forward, well, that's not a plan. And if they're asking you this question, they legitimately want to know how you would deal with a circumstance like this. So just saying, I just don't let it affect me, offers them nothing. So first and foremost, let's skip over the blanket statements and let's get into a real answer. The reason why I think it's important to get into a real answer is because there is going to be stress in this job. You don't ask this job unless there's stress. And if there is stress, and they're asking it and they think it's important, then they want to know that you have mechanisms in place to deal with stress. That's why they're asking this question. So you have to give them something here. So what you need to do here is you need to show them a plan, right? Maybe it's creating a list and prioritizing the thing that are most important to least important. Hey, when I get stressed, what I find really helps me is I make a list and I'll go through and I'll prioritize the things that I can do by myself that'll make a significant impact. Maybe you tell them, when I get stressed, what I like to do is I like to look at the hardest thing and do that right away. If I can do the hardest thing first thing in the morning, the first thing of the day, I find that I have a really productive day and it eases that pressure or stress. So for me, that's what I like to do. I tackle the hardest thing first. Or maybe you say, for me, what I try to do when I get really stressed is I step away. I take a 10-minute walk, get something to drink, and I come back, and I find that refocuses me and positions me to jump into my set of tasks with a clear mind. Those are all great answers. Those are 3 ways to answer this question that are all good and so much better than saying, I put my head down and I just drive through it. Because again, that offers them nothing. One last thing I want to talk about. When it comes to answering this interview question, you want to show them that this is something that you have dealt with in the past, right? Because it's clearly something you're going to deal with in the future if you get this job. So you want to show them, yeah, I've done with this in the past. And it's not foreign to me. It is something I have dealt with and I have dealt with it successfully. So setting the foundation of, this isn't uncommon. In the role that I'm in currently, I deal with a lot of pressure and a lot of, kind of tense situations. It's just kind of is par for the course. It comes with the role I'm in. So I have to have a system prepared to deal with these. And what I like to do is I like to order my priorities and handle them one by one. I find having a clear set of priorities really focuses me. And then the last thing you can do here. So one, it's something you're familiar with. You've set the foundation there. Two, you've showed them how you deal with it. Now bring it home with a recent story of how you've successfully navigated a high pressure or stressful situation. And I would recommend using the STAR method for this. So situation, task, action, and result. Show them the situation you were in, the task that you needed to complete, the action, which should be one of the 3 things we mentioned above, and then the successful result about how you dealt with that high pressure situation. If you can do those things, you will have no problem answering this interview question. And that's it. That's everything you need. I appreciate you taking the time to listen today. If you were still here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It is motivating for me to continue making these videos when I see people like and comment and subscribe. Good luck in your next interview. You've got this.